Good morning students. Welcome back to online class, history class today. So which lesson we are going to check, you know everyone, is it? Is outbreak of World War I and its aftermath. Outbreak of World War I and its aftermath. Aftermath in the sense, in the first day itself I told you know, results like that, is it? Yes? So before entering today's class, so we can recap the previous day class. Okay? Causes of the World War completed, course of the World War over, results of the World War. Yes, results of the World War, the provisions, everything I gave, 10 points are there. The last class what I taught in the sense, Russian Revolution. Russian Revolution. So these are the things already I had completed, children. Today, you know, I am going to teach League of Nations. League of Nations. So this League of Nations, you know, this is the 1.5 it's given. This is the last part of this lesson. Last part of this lesson, League of Nations. Yes, League of Nations in the sense, what is that, you know? In the World War, you know, which year it was started? 1914 it was started. Yes, 1914 it was started. Till the end of 1918. Yes, till 1918 it was conducted, the World War. Yes, after that, you know, Treaty of Versailles was signed. Then moreover, Paris Peace Conference also signed in the year 1919. Yes, in that Paris Peace Conference, okay, they were discussed to the formation of the League of Nations. Yes, when it was conducted in the sense 1919, yes, when they were conducted Paris Peace Conference itself, they were decided, they were worked out. Yes, in your book it is given covenant. What is meant by covenant in the sense, children? Covenant in the sense draft. Okay, draft of the League of Nations was prepared. In your book it is given, no? It was worked out at the Paris Peace Conference like that. I am telling the draft of the League of Nations was prepared at Paris Peace Conference. Paris Peace Conference. The draft of the League of Nations was prepared at the Paris Peace Conference. Paris Peace Conference, you know everyone, yes, which year in the sense 1919. 1919 only Paris Peace Conference was there. Okay, in that time only they were discussed about the formation of the League of Nations. Okay, so you know it included, okay, so the provisions, everything, you know, it included each of the treaties. Yes, what are the treaties were signed, you know? Many treaties were signed. Is it many treaties? You know, Treaty of Severus. Yes, a Treaty of Severus with Turkey, Treaty of Neuilly with Bulgaria, Treaty of Germain with Austria, Treaty of Trianon with Hungary, Treaty of Versailles with the Germany. So many treaties were signed, is it? So here it is given, you know, children, and included in each of the treaties that were signed after the First World War. The provisions, okay, the provisions of the League of Nations included in each of the treaties, that were signed after the First World War. Yes, so it was so whose compulsion? Yes, who compelled? Yes, whose because of whom it was formed in the sense, League of Nations formed in the sense because of the pressure of President Wilson, Woodrow Wilson, President Wilson, Woodrow Wilson. Because of the pressure of Woodrow Wilson only, you know, then which one was formed? League of Nations was formed. Later I will show the Woodrow Wilson's photo. Yes, so because of the pressure, yes, because of the pressure of Woodrow Wilson only, this was created. League of Nations was created in the year 1920. Yes, 1920, January 20, 1920, January 20 only. Which one was created in the sense? League of Nations was created. Otherwise, League of Nations was formed. Okay, so that's the thing. Then ideas. So what are the countries, you know, gave much ideas in the sense? Britain and France. Britain and France ideas prevailed when they drew up the constitution of the League of Nations. Yes, when they were prepared the constitution of the League of Nations, whose ideas were emerged, whose ideas and all they were mixed in the sense, whose ideas and all they were followed in the sense, Britain and America, otherwise Britain and United States of America. Okay, so this much only they are given in the first para, children. Okay, the covenant, what is the meaning? You know, covenant in the sense a draft. Covenant in the sense, what is the meaning? Draft. Draft of the, you know, draft of the League of Nations. It was prepared at the Paris Peace Conference, which was conducted in the year 1919 and included each of the treaties. What are the treaties? Just before I said, Treaty of Severus, Treaty of Severus, Turkey, with Turkey, Treaty of Neuilly with Bulgaria, Treaty of Germain with Austria, Treaty of Trianon with Hungary, moreover Treaty of Versailles with Germany. So those countries, okay, those treaties, it included the provisions of the League of Nations included with each treaties, okay, that were signed after the First World War, like that they are telling. Then moreover it led to the, yes, it led to the, otherwise it led to due to the pressure of, yes, how it was happened, this work, you know, how it was completed, yes, because of the pressure of Woodrow Wilson of United States of America, like that they are telling. Then ideas of Britain, yes, ideas of Britain and America. The ideas of Britain and America prevailed, okay, prevailed when they drew up the constitution of this organization. Okay, so the next para we can see, children, next para we can see, yes, next what is given, you know, that second para, the league, you know, which year it was formed, yes, the league which year it was formed, in the sense 1920, January 20, yes, in your book it did not mention, okay, January 20, if you need, in the sense you can write January 20, 1920. So the league has consisted 5 bodies. Okay, so 5 bodies are there, 5 organs are there. What are the bodies under that, in the sense? First one, the assembly. First one, what is that? Assembly. The second one, what is that, in the sense? The council. The assembly. First one is council. Oh, sorry. The first one is assembly. Second one is council. Third one, secretariat. Okay, the secretariat. The fourth one, the permanent court of justice. The permanent court of justice. Okay, so before that we learned the international court of justice, like that, under that League of Nations. In this year, you know, what is given, in the sense permanent, okay, permanent court of justice. And the last one, international labor organization. Yes, international labor organization. Students, you might have learned in the 8th grade, 7th grade itself, I think so. But regarding the United Nations organizations, you will know. Okay, but now I am telling about the League of Nations. Which year it was established, in the sense 1920, after the completion of the First World War. Okay, yes. So what are the bodies are there? What are the organs are there? Yes. So the first one, you know, the assembly. First one, what is that? Assembly. The second one, council. Third one, secretariat. Fourth one, permanent court of justice. Then fifth one, last one is international court of justice. International court of justice. Okay, so these are the bodies are there. These are the organs are there under the League of Nations. So each member country, like that it is given. How many member countries are there? In the sense, at that time, 63 member countries are there. 63 member countries are there. Each member country was represented in the assembly. So 63 member countries also, they were sending the members in the assembly. So members, representatives. Okay, so that's a thing. Then the council, the second one, you know, how many member countries are there in the League of Nations? 63. Yes, 63. Okay. Yes, 63 member countries are there. The second one, what is that, in the sense? Council. Okay, yes, the council was the executive. What is meant by executive? Executive of the league, in the sense, executive in the sense, the administrative power. Okay, the power of administration. Okay, so it was handed with the council. Okay, so the next one, who are the members are there? Permanent members. Which countries and all considered as the permanent members, in the sense? I am telling children, Britain, France, Italy, Japan, and the United States of America. Britain, France, USA, Italy, and Japan. So these are the countries, you know, where the permanent members, originally declared as a permanent members of the council. The 5 countries are the permanent members of the council. Okay, so 5 organs are there. One already just before only over, that is assembly. You know, just before I told, no, council. Okay, council, it has consisted. You know, how many countries are there? 5 countries are there. They were the permanent members. Okay, permanent members, where they are in the council. Okay, so each member had 1 vote. Okay, each member, 5 of them had, you know, one vote. Okay, one, each had 1 vote. Since all decisions had to be unanimous, even the small nations possessed the right of veto. What is mean by veto? What is mean by veto? Yes. So for example, they are taking the decision. Okay, so League of Nations, if the League of Nations, when it is taking the decision, if the decision is disliked by some countries, in the sense they can show, yes, they can show their opposition. Okay, they can tell, okay, this decision is not liked by us, like that they can tell. That is the power of veto. Okay, that is the power of veto. That is the right of veto. That is the right of veto. So each and every country, small countries even, which right they have, in the sense the right of veto. Yes, veto in the sense that if they disliked the particular decision which was taken by League of Nations, they can show their negative vote. Negative vote. So that is called as right of veto. Okay, children. Yes. The next what is given, you can check it. This one already shown, I think. Yes, this is the Paris Peace Conference. Okay, Paris Peace Conference, which was conducted in the year, which year it was conducted? 1919. Okay, 1919. Paris Peace Conference, it was conducted in the year 1919. In here only they were discussed. They were discussed about the League of Nations, whether we can start or not. Okay, so League of Nations, what for they were established, in the sense in order to maintain peace and security in the world. After the First World War, a lot of confusions were there. Many of them lost their lives, is it? Many of them lost their lives, is it? So many of them wounded. Yes, the countries, they were suppressed by other countries, victorious countries. For example, Germany was suppressed, yes, because of the terms of the Treaty of Versailles. Is it that European countries' activities, it was totally, it's worst. Okay, worst towards the defeated nations. So League of Nations was established to maintain peace and security in the world. Okay, the next photo, this is the League of Nations photo. Okay, League of Nations in the year 1920. Okay, in the year 1920, League of Nations was established. Who was responsible, in the sense, the main personality who was responsible, in the sense, Woodrow Wilson. Yes, Woodrow Wilson. Because of the activities of the Woodrow Wilson only, this League of Nations was established. Okay, was established. Okay, children, the next one, this person. Yes, this person later I will tell, because the third para it is given. Okay, wait, listen. Then third paragraph, what is given? Okay, the third paragraph, what is given, in the sense, this man, I know you people knows very well, the American President Woodrow Wilson, because of his pressure. Okay, because of his pressure only, League of Nations was established in the year 1920. Okay, 1920 is 1920 January 20. Okay, 1920 and 1920 January 20. Yes. Next, what is given, in the sense, the Secretariat of the League of Nations was located at Geneva. Okay, so this is the one word answer, children. The Secretariat of the League of Nations was located at Geneva. First Secretary General, just before I showed one photo, I did not explain anything. So Sir Eric Drummond from Britain. Sir Eric Drummond, this man was the first Secretary General of the League of Nations. Okay, first Secretary General. Who was he? Sir Eric Drummond. Sir Eric Drummond, one word answer. He was the first Secretary General of the League of Nations. First Secretary General of this man, he belongs to Britain. Otherwise, he belongs to England. Otherwise, he belongs to Britain. One word answer, children. One word answer. Yes. Next, what is given, in the sense, see clearly given. Sir Eric Drummond from Britain. He was the first Secretary General. The staff, how they were elected, in the sense, the staff of the Secretariat was appointed by the Secretary General. Yes, this man was the Secretary General. Yes, he only need to appoint the members, otherwise staff of the Secretariat, in the consultation with the Council. Okay, in the consultation with the Council. Okay, so he has to ask permission from the Council whether I have to appoint or not. Okay, after that he can appoint the members of the Secretariat. Okay, the next one, International Court of Justice. So how many people are there? How many judges are there? The sense 15 judges are there. Okay, so 15. Yes, moreover, this court, where it is located, in the sense Hague. Hague, where it is, in the sense Hague, where it is, children, yes, Hague, in the sense where it is, Holland. It is located in Holland. It is located in Holland. Okay, yes, Holland. It is located in Holland. Hague, that is a place of International Court of Justice. The court has consisted, how many judges are there? In the sense 15 judges are there. Okay, so that time it was 15 members are there. The next one, International Labour Organization. It has consisted, comprised in the sense, what is the meaning? Consisted as secretariat and general. When they are conducting the general conference, okay, each country, the member countries, I told 63 countries are there like that. Each countries, they have to send 4 members, okay, 4 representatives. How much it will come? How much it will come? 252 it will come, I think so. Is it? So 252 members should be in the where? International Labour Organization when they are conducting the general conference. Okay, so this much only it is given, children. So first paragraph, first page number 11, 3 paragraphs over, 3 paragraphs under the heading of structure and composition. Okay, structure and composition over. Hague, where it is located in the sense, Holland it is located. Moreover, the court, the international court, it was consisted 15 judges were there. Then moreover, that International Labour Organization, it was consisted, comprised in the sense consisted, that's a meaning, consisted a secretariat. Moreover, when they are conducting the general conference, it was, each member country, 63 member countries are there, like that I said in the initial stage of this lesson, that part, League of Nations. Okay, 63 member countries are there. So each country, they have to send 4 members to the secretariat. That is the international, the meeting, when they are conducting the meeting. International Labour Organization, when they are conducting the meeting, each member country have to send 4 members to the International Labour Organization. Okay, so you can calculate this one, children. The next, what is given in the sense, objectives. What is mean by objectives? What is mean by aim? Okay, objectives in the sense, what is the meaning? Aim of the league. Aim of the league. Yes, only 2 aims were there. Okay, what is the main aim in the sense? To maintain peace in the world. To maintain peace. Okay, to maintain peace in the world. See here it is given, to avoid war, was to avoid war. Yes, in order to avoid war. Moreover, and to maintain peace and security in the world. And also, it promoted international cooperation in economic and social affairs. Okay, social welfare, otherwise affairs, children. So I am telling twofold objectives. So 2 aims are there. In order to avoid the war, what are the things they did in the sense to, in order to maintain peace and security, they were established the League of Nations. Second thing, to promote international cooperation. International level, they need the cooperation in the economic field as well as the social field, otherwise social affairs. So the League, acted as a, the League acted as a conciliator. What is mean by conciliator? Conciliator, what is the meaning? Intended, what is the meaning? In the sense, planned. Intended, what is the meaning, children? Okay, children, the League intended to act as a conciliator. Intended in the sense, just before only I told, planned, like that I said, is it? Conciliator, what is the meaning? Mediator, like that I said, is it? So, arbitrator in the sense, negotiator. Yes, negotiator, and thereby, so through this way only resolved in the sense, it solved a problem. Dispute in the sense, fight we can tell, yes, conflict we can tell, yes. So it's through this way, through the mediator, yes, in the name of the mediator, in the name of the conciliator, in the name of the arbitrator, it solved the problem. League of Nations solved the problem. Yes, if any country, yes, no country should invade other country. So that is the theme of the League of Nations. If anybody, okay, violate the rules and regulations of, that League of Nations, here I am telling the meaning, children. If any country violate the rules and regulations of a League of Nations, League of Nations, will take the action. Yes, what type of the action in the sense? They will use the restrictions. They will apply the restrictions over the particular country. Economic restrictions. Economic restrictions in the sense, what is that? Banned, tadai. Okay, so economic restrictions and military restrictions. So these are the restrictions and all they used to apply over the aggressive country, otherwise aggressor. Okay, so this much only, children. Here 2 aims are there, like that I said. What are the aims are there in the sense? What are the aims are there? To maintain peace and security in the world. That is the first one. Second one, to promote international cooperation in the economic and social affairs. Moreover, it acted as a, otherwise it planned to act as a conciliator. Conciliator, what I said? Mediator. Yes, conciliated, what is the meaning? Mediator. Negotiator, negotiator in the sense arbitrator. Yes, arbitrated, and there, through this way only it solved the disputes in its early stages. Okay, so if any country violate the rules and regulations, the regulations of a League of Nations, what will happen? A League of Nations will apply, yes, will apply the sanctions. Sanctions in the sense here, restrictions we can tell. Yes, what type of the restrictions? Economic restrictions, military restrictions over the aggressor country, over the aggressor country. Okay, so this much only it is given, children. The next what is given in the sense, the same para, second para it is given under the same heading. You can check it, the difficulties. Okay, so what are the difficulties are there to achieve the objectives of the League of Nations? So in the beginning what happened in the sense, the three powers, okay, USA did not become a member. Yes, but it was a founder because of the pressure of Woodrow Wilson only the League of Nations was created, like that I said, is it? But it was not a member of the League of Nations. Germany, everyone, it was a defeated nation. Germany was a defeated nation. Okay, Treaty of Versailles and all, they were signed with Germany. Okay, it was a harsh treaty. Okay, harmful treaty, humiliated. Germany was humiliated. And Russia, it quit from the war. It quit from the war in the year 1917 itself, revolution broke out. Russian revolution broke out. That's what. It signed Brest-Litovsk Treaty with Germany, and it was quit from the World War. So that's what, this Russia also, it did not enter, it did not participate in the League of Nations. Yes, but what happened in the sense, here Germany, yes, Germany, which year later only it was joined with the League of Nations, which year in the sense 1926. Germany joined. At the same time Russia, when it was joined in the sense 1934 Russia was joined in this. Okay, so Germany, when it was resigned, Russia also expelled in the sense, what is that? Ran away, we can tell. Otherwise we can it quit from the League of Nations, like that also we can tell, children. Well, Germany resigned. Yes, which year it was resigned? 1933. Yes, 26 only they were joined, but 1933 it was came out from the League of Nations. At the same time Russia, when it was came out in the sense in the year 1939. This is the one word answer, children. One word answer. 1926 Germany joined in the League of Nations. Russia joined in the year 1934 in the League of Nations. But Germany, when it was resigned in the year 1933, Russia was expelled in 1939. When the 1939, it's very, very important year, because that year only Second World War was broke out. Okay, Second World War was broke out. So that time Russia was expelled from where? From the League of Nations. Okay, so which occasion they were expelled, everything I am going to explain in the next para. Okay, yes. So here what is given, activities of the League. This is the essay answer, children. This is the essay answer, children. Listen carefully. The League, settled a problem. You know very well, January 20, yes, January 20, 1920 only it was established, like that I am telling. Is it? Yes, January 20, 1920 only it was established, like that I am telling. Nearly 5 years. It settled the problem. It solved the disputes. Okay, it solved the disputes. So from which year to which year in the sense? 1920 to 25. Okay, so nearly 3 issues, 3 issues in the sense, what is that, of 3 problems. Okay, issues in the sense, what is that? 3 problems. 3 issues, it was solved. Yes, what are the? This is the essay answer, children. Please listen, all of you. Please listen. This is the 6-4 answer. 6-4 answer. Later I will mark you. Okay, till which point you have to learn, which sentence you have to learn, everything I will tell in this class, children. Please listen carefully. The League, settled a number of disputes. Disputes in the sense fight. Disputes in the sense, what is that? Fight. Here it is given, children. Disputes in the sense fight. Okay. So disputes between 1920 and 1925. Okay, nearly 5 years were there. Okay, the League, successfully it solved 3 issues. What are the issues? 1920, a dispute in the sense fight, conflict. Okay. dispute arose between Sweden and Finland over the Åland island, over the sovereignty of Åland island. Otherwise, in order to rule over Åland island, Sweden and Finland, they fought with each other. But league, what it said in the sense, the league ruled that the islands should go to Finland. The league, it was supported Finland. It was supported Finland. Okay, so this is the first one. Okay, first one, 1920. The dispute, a fight was happened. Yes, in between two of them. Okay, Sweden and Finland. What for in the sense? Over the sovereignty. Yes, over the sovereignty of Åland island. Åland island. So the league, ruled that islands should go to Finland. So it was the supporter of Finland. It was the supporter of Finland. It was the supporter of Finland. Who was the supporter of Finland? Yes, who was the supporter of Finland, children? League. Yes, so this much only they are given. So Finland got a victory. Yes, with the help of the League of Nations, it got a Åland island. Okay, second problem, what is that in the sense? In the following year, like that it is given. Yes, in the following year, in the sense, what is that? 1921. 1921. The league, was asked to settle the frontier. Okay, frontier, what is that in the sense? Boundary. Yes, boundary. Yes, boundary between Poland and Germany in Upper Silesia. This also was successfully resolved by this problem, was solved by whom? League of Nations. The third dispute, second dispute, once again I am telling children, in the following year, in the sense 1921. Yes, in the following year, second one, 1921 it was happened. Yes, the problem was there. What problem? In the sense border problem, like India and Pakistan, like India and China. Okay, border problem was there. Okay, so in between Poland and Germany in Upper Silesia. Okay, so it was successfully solved by the League of Nations, like that they are telling. Okay, then third dispute when it was happened in the sense, that in between Greece and Bulgaria. The Greece, invaded Bulgaria. So which year it was happened? 1925. Yes, 1925 it was happened. The Greece invaded Bulgaria and the League, ordered ceasefire. Ordered a ceasefire. Ceasefire, what is the meaning? Stop the war. Stop the war. The League, ordered. Okay, the Greece invaded Bulgaria. At that time, League, League of Nations ordered a ceasefire. Ceasefire in the sense, what is the meaning? Yes, stop the war. You must stop the war, like that they were telling. Okay, the next what is given, that after investigation. Okay, so they were conducted the investigation and all. It blamed Greece. Okay, so Greece only made mistake because this country only waged war is against that Bulgaria. No, so Greece has to pay the war reparation. What is meant by war reparation? Yes, defeated countries only they have to pay the war reparation. But the League, what it was telling? Yes, Greece has to pay because you invaded other country. No, that's what you have to pay the war indemnity. Yes, after the completion of the war, defeated countries, they have to pay the indemnity. Otherwise, they have to give some amount to the victorious nations. That is called as war reparations. Yes, war reparations, to pay the reparations, like that. Thus, the League had been successfully until signing the Locarno Treaty. Yes, Locarno Treaty. One word answer, children. One word answer, children. One word answer. This one. Locarno Treaty, which year it was signed? In the sense 1925 it was signed. It's one word answer. You can mark it. You can mark it when I am teaching. You can carry the book. You can underline with the help of the pencil. You can write the meaning. Okay, Locarno Treaty, in the sense which year it was signed? 1925. Okay, by this treaty, listen, Germany, France, Belgium, Great Britain and Italy. So these countries, mutually guaranteed peace in Western Europe. So they were signed the treaty. Yes, Locarno Treaty. On the basis of this treaty, yes, what happened? Mutual understanding. Yes, mutual understanding made in the Western Europe. Thereafter, Germany joined the League. Thereafter, in the sense 1926 only it was joined, like that I said. Is it just before? So 25 Locarno Treaty. On the basis of this treaty, yes, what happened? The Western Europe, these countries, they have to follow the mutual understanding. Yes, mutually peace. Okay, so they should follow the peaceful policy. Okay, they should not invade other countries. So that's what. Okay, Germany in the year 1926, Germany, Yes, Germany joined the League of Nations and it was given a permanent seat on the council. Okay, council in the sense, what is that? One of the organ of the League of Nations. Okay, thereafter Germany joined the league and it was given yes, and it was given in the sense it got a permanent seat. It got a permanent seat on the council. So this much only it is given. This is very very important answer. This is the essay answer, children. Activities of the league. Okay, so next what is given? Next what is given in your book in the sense, just before I said violations. Okay, then moreover one line, thereafter German. Okay, so after 2 years, what happened in the sense, United States of America. Okay, after 2 years what happened? United States of America and Russia began to participate in the non-political activities of the league. After 2 years in the sense, what? Which year? 1928 to 29. So that time. Okay, so 20, because 26 only Germany joined. After 2 years like that they were mentioned now. So that's what the the United States of America and Russia began to participate in the non-political activities of the league. Okay, so the violations. What is mean by violations? Violating the rules and regulations of League of Nations. So some countries, they were violated. What problem? What happened? So we can check it once. Okay, so one of the major problem, okay, violations under that para violations, what are the things are given? You can check it, children. The major problem of the League of Nations was how to achieve. Yes, what was the major problem? In the sense, how to achieve disarmament. What is mean by disarmament? In the sense, need to reduce the weapons rate. That is the disarmament. Okay. Armament race in the sense, what is that? Need to increase the armament in the sense, what is that? Need to increase the weapons rate. Disarmament, what is the meaning? Need to reduce the weapons rate. Okay, need to reduce the weapons rate. In 1925, regarding that only problem was there. Okay, so how to achieve that? How to reduce the weapons rate, everything, they were talking. Okay, so the League of Nations. In 1925, what happened in the sense, the Council of the League, okay, one of the organ, very well, Council of the League set up a commission. Okay, it set up a commission. Which year? 1925. Yes, it established, otherwise it was set up one commission to hold in the sense carry. Okay, to hold, otherwise to carry a disarmament conference. What conference they are going to conduct? They had a plan. In the year 1925 itself, they had a plan to conduct the disarmament conference. But what happened in the sense actually? But the conference was started in the year 1932. But 25 itself, they had a plan. Okay, they were discussed in the League of Nations. But what happened? 1932 only this conference was held in the year. Which conference? The disarmament conference. So in this conference, what happened? Germany, yes, it was asking. Okay, so what it was asking in the sense, can I keep the army like France? Like that, it was asking with the League of Nations. Okay, League of Nations. Submarine war. Lusitania, singing of Lusitania, everything. Now Germany was asking. Okay, so it was humiliated because of the Treaty of Versailles. Now it was asking in the year 1932. Okay, so in this conference, a disarmament conference, Germany was asking, can I keep the army like France, like that? But it was not. So it was rejected. It was rejected by the League of Nations. So at once, Hitler, what he did in the sense, Hitler in the sense, Germany leader that time. Okay, Hitler was a leader that time, students. Okay, so in October, Hitler withdrew Germany from the conference and the League of Nations. Okay, so he asked, like France, shall I keep the army? Can I keep the army, like that and all? He asked, but it was a failure one. League was rejected that plan. So, Hitler withdrew Germany. Okay, they came out from the conference, from the disarmament conference as well as from the league. Okay, so this much only it is given, children. Okay, so in this, the next what is given? Okay, next what is given in the sense, 1933 like that, whether I said or not, I don't know. So in October like that I said, no, 1933 it came out. Okay, Germany came out. Okay, Germany came out. The next what is given, next one, violations just before only over children, violations just before over. So under that, what is given? Under that, one more para is given, no? Japan. Okay, Japan attacked Manchuria, like that one. So in that also, in that para also, what are the countries, violated the rules and regulations? It's given. Okay, Japan attacked Manchuria. Okay, so which year it was attacked? In the sense 1931. Yes, 1931, it 1931 Japan attacked Manchuria. In the September month it was attacked the Manchuria. So league, condemned. Condemned, what is the meaning? Vehemently opposed. Vehemently opposed. Condemned in the sense, what is the meaning, children? Vehemently opposed. So Japan, so Japan followed Germany. It quit from the League of Nations. Quit, like that I am telling. In your book, what is given? Resigned from the league. It came out from the League of Nations because it attacked Manchuria in the year. Japan attacked Manchuria in the year 1931, but it was rejected by the League of Nations. At once it came out from the League of Nations. Okay, so Italy also. Italy that time, who was the head? In the sense Benito, Amilcare, Andrea Mussolini. Benito, Amilcare, Andrea Mussolini. He was the leader of Italy that time. Okay, so Germany, Hitler was there. Italy, Benito Mussolini was there. This man, okay, the Italy attack Ethiopia. Attack Ethiopia. So the league applied sanctions. So sanctions in the sense, what is that? Military restrictions. Okay, military restrictions, economic restrictions over Italy. So that's what, Italy also came out from the, came out, like that I am telling children in your book, resigned, like that it is given, resigned from the league in the year 1937. Okay, so 37. So thereafter what happened? In the sense, the league was a passive witness to events, taking no part in the crisis over the seas. Many things were happened. Many countries violated the rules and regulations of the League of Nations, but league, it doesn't mind anything. Okay, it did not take care anything. Okay, so Rhineland, Austria, Czechoslovakia and Poland, those countries and all, they were violated. Yes, they were violated the rules and regulations of the League of Nations. The last decisive action when it was taken, in the sense, it took in the year 1939 December month, when Russia was expelled. Okay, when Russia, what it did? In the sense, it attacked Finland. Okay, it attacked Finland. Russia attacked Finland. So that time, league, condemned, otherwise condemned Russia. Condemned in the sense, just before I said vehemently opposed. Okay, so that what happened? So that Russia was expelled in the year 1939. Yes, 39. So others, the assembly did not meet again. The assembly did not meet again because no one was hearing the voice of the League of Nations. So that's what league did not mind anything. So finally it was condemned Russia, because Russia interfered in which country? In the Finland. Okay, so that's what Russia also went out from the League of Nations in the year 1939. Okay, the league did not meet again. The League of Nations was finally dissolved in the year 1946. Finally it was dissolved. Dissolved in the sense, very well. Is it salt is dissolved in the water. Likewise, in science you might have learned, I think. Is it dissolved? Kalaikkapattadu. Okay, so the League of Nations was finally dissolved in the year 1946. Okay, children. The next, what is given, causes of the failure. Causes of the failure, that also essay only. Okay, essay only. It's very, very interesting, children. Okay, the league, the League of Nations appeared to be an organization of those victorious countries. What are the causes for the failure of the League of Nations? In the sense, that a league appeared to be an organization of those who are victorious in the First World War. What is the meaning? In the sense, in the First World War, who are the countries got a victory? Okay, mainly allied countries only, allied powers only, they got a victory. Is it? So those countries and all came under the control of the League of Nations, but they left the defeated nations. Okay, so that was the first and foremost cause for the failure of the League of Nations, like that they are telling. Okay, children. Yes, so victorious countries alone participated in the League of Nations. This was the cause for the, this was one of the causes for the failure of the League of Nations, like that they are telling. Second point, what is given? In the sense, it has no military power. Okay, the league has no military power. In your book, it's a lacked in the sense shortage. Lacked, what is the meaning, children? Shortage. Yes, shortage, lacked the military power of its own. It has no military power, no military. So that, what it was thinking, that one, it couldn't execute that. Okay, it couldn't execute, it could not enforce its decision. So it couldn't take any decision. Okay, solution. Okay, that's the thing. The next one, the founders of this organization. The founders in the sense, what is that, who President Woodrow Wilson of America, United States of America, that man only founder. Okay, USA was a founder of the peace organization. They were underestimated. Yes, underestimated the power of nationalism. Okay, so they were underestimated the power of nationalism, the principle, the collective security. All the League of Nations, what it was thinking in the sense, the first initial stage, it was thinking we have to protect all the country, no country should invade other country, like that and all it was thinking. Okay, the security we have to give, like that it was thinking, it thought. Okay, but what happened? Yes, but it couldn't achieve that. It couldn't achieve, it could not be applied in actual practice. Okay, so in order to get more country, in order to get more colonies, the countries, the European countries, they were waged war against other small countries, against other countries. So this was the reason. The last para, what it is telling in the sense, when Italy, Japan, Germany headed by the dictators. Okay, headed by later, what happened in the sense, Japanese rulers also, like that only, they were the dictators. Italy, who was there in the sense, Benito Mussolini, Andrea Mussolini was there. In Germany, who was there, Adolf Hitler was there. So those people followed the policy of dictators. They were the dictators. Okay, what they are telling, that only the country people how to follow. So that is the dictatorship. Okay, so refused. They were not ready to bound by the orders of the League. Okay, so these people, Italy, Japan, Germany people, they were disliked they were the rulers, mainly the rulers, they were not ready to bound by the orders of League. Okay, so Britain and France alone, were the only major powers to act decisively. What is meant by decisively? In the sense, effectively. So Britain and France only, they were worked decisively. Decisively in the sense, what is that? Effectively in the League of Nations. Other countries, they are not ready to bound by the orders of League of Nations. So this para is very, very important, children. Once again, you can check it, children. Once again, the League, here, the first one, what is telling, what it is given in the sense, victorious nations alone participated. Victorious nations alone participated in the World War, like that they are telling. This was the first cause for the failure of the League of Nations. The second one, it has no military. Okay, it has no military. Yes, it has no military power, like that they are telling. That's what, it couldn't enforce its actions, like that they are telling. The third one, the initial stage, that League of Nations, what it was thinking in the sense, I have to protect all the country. Okay, security I have to give, like that and all. It was thought that one, it couldn't achieve later, because the founders, the USA, USA underestimated the power of nationalism. The last para, what it is telling in the sense, Italy, Japan, Germany. Yes, Germany, those countries, dictators were there. Okay, so dictators were there. That dictators, they are not ready to bound by the orders of the League of Nations. So Britain and France only, effectively, they were worked under the League of Nations. That's what, it was failed, like that they are telling. In the year 1946, the League of Nations activities, totally it was stopped. Okay, moreover, it was dissolved in the year 1946. Okay, children, this much only. The lesson over, first lesson over, nearly 6 days class over, I think so. Students, we can mark now. We can mark the question answers now, children. Okay. We can mark the question answers. You can take the page number. You can take it here. Here, which answers onwards we have to mark. The first Secretary General, fifth answer, you can mark it, children. Choose the best answer. Choose the best answer. Fifth answer, you can mark it, children. Page number 14, you can take it in your book, page number 14. Yes, to which country did the first Secretary General of the League of Nations belongs? Fifth answer, choose the best answer. Britain is the answer, because Sir Eric Drummond, like that we learned, no? Photo also I showed. Is it? The Sir Eric Drummond. So Britain, you can mark it. Fifth answer. This is the Britain. Okay. So the next one, sixth one, which country was expelled from the League of Nations for attacking Finland? Russia. Okay, Russia. So Russia is the answer. Okay, children. Yes. Then fill in the blanks. Take it, children. Fill in the blanks. Next one, fill in the blanks. You can take it. So the first four already we marked, I think so. Is it? First four we marked now. Yes. Then last one, seventh one, you can check it in your book. Check it in your book, children. Fill in the blanks, page number 14. Seventh one, fill in the blanks. 1925 is the answer. 1925. 1925. That's all. The next one, 5-1 answer. You can use the guide and then learn, children. Guide answer. 5-1 answer alone, guide answer. 5-1 answer as well as 5-6 also you can follow in the guide. 5-6 also you can follow in the guide. Okay. The next one, 6-4 answer. Now I am going to make you to mark, children. Listen carefully. Page number 12. 6-4. 6-4. Activities of the league para. Activities of the league para. First line onwards till 1925. Nearly 10 or 12 lines are there, I think so. Till 1925. Again, 4 lines you can leave it. 4 lines you can leave it. Thus onwards you can start. Thus onwards you can start till 5th line, Europe. Till 5th line, Europe. 6-4. This much only enough. This much only enough. The next one, causes of failure para. Same question. Causes of failure para. Side heading you have to write, children. 6-4 answer. First line onwards till the end, decisively. In between need not reduce anything. As it is a book, you can write. Here also like a story only. 3 issues were there. Okay, the 3 issues only you are going to write. Okay, the next one, causes of failure. Failure of the League of Nations. Okay, once again I am telling, page number 12. 6-4 answer. First line on activities of the league para. First line onwards till 1925. Then 5 lines after. Thus the league onwards till Europe. Okay, till Europe. Then causes of failure para full. Clear? This much only. Homework you can note down, children. Homework you can note down. Already I gave the homework yesterday through that WhatsApp. Okay. 6, 2 and 3 like that. 6 Roman letter 6, 2 and 3 like that I gave. One more question also you can add it. That is the 4th question. 6-4 also. 2, 3, 4. These questions, you know, you have to learn and write in front of the parents. When you are writing, you should sit in front of the parents. Okay, take a long size note and then write it. Okay, take a long size note and then write it. History and geography you can write in a separate note. History and civics, one note. Geography and economics, one note. Likewise write it. Okay, children, that is best. Okay, side by side learn, children. Check our classes and then learn. Okay, so after reopening we have the plan to conduct the test. Okay, so moreover map answers. Okay, after reopening we will teach the map answers. Okay, yes. Okay, children, in the next class I will teach the second lesson, history part, second lesson I will teach. That is easy. Compare this one. That is easy, very limited pages, I think so. Okay, be ready that time. Okay. Okay, children, thank you.
The year was 1920 and World War I was coming to an end. Many countries were sick of fighting and wanted there to be lasting peace worldwide. If all of these countries agreed on the same thing, it might be a good idea to form a group or club, right? This is when the League of Nations was born. The League of Nations included 63 countries from every continent in the world joined together to promote peace. They had a goal of settling disagreements through meetings instead of wars. Their covenant stated their goal was preventing wars through collective security and disarmament and settling international disputes through negotiation and arbitration. The League of Nations also had a goal of improving civil rights around the world, like labor conditions, human trafficking, treatment of native inhabitants, prisoners of war, and global health. The League was a way of checking up on one another and making sure people around the world had a better quality of life. The League of Nations would also mediate talks about territorial disputes. Often countries couldn't agree on where their borders were and what areas of land they owned, especially islands. The League of Nations worked to settle these disputes peacefully. The League of Nations lasted until 1946. At this point, it disbanded and the United Nations was formed, which still exists today.